Earlier in the year, I made a video where I took in submissions for an artistic showcase in our little community. Any of my musician fans that wanted to send in one of their songs were encouraged to do so, and we ended up getting over 100 tracks to check out. The main point was that I wanted to give back to my community in whatever way I could. I have this platform because of you guys, and it only made sense to turn around and share that spotlight with a lot of you aspiring musicians that could use a push. In my opinion, that showcase was a huge success. I got plenty of messages saying that your streams on Spotify went up tenfold and you got a ton of new people supporting your stuff, and that was the goal. I also singled out who I thought were the best of the bunch at the end of that video, and I've gotten close to a few of you, so that's cool too. Since then, I've uploaded full videos showcasing Jensen McCrae, Cello Sucks, and Sleep Well. Shout out to them, they're all great. And this year has obviously been terrible. I've definitely been in a creative slump recently, and I think it's time for a second showcase to try and energize everybody's spirits, myself included. And hey, what better time is there for giving thanks and spreading the love? Just like last time, I want to reiterate a few things before we start. This video is not going to be as flashy as my usual stuff, so not as many people are going to click on it. This is far bigger than me and my channel. This could literally change lives, so please share it around. Then it would also make me really happy if people went in the comments and said what their favorite submissions were, and I think it'd be cool if there were specific or general critiques too. Just remember that these are pretty much all amateur musicians, and that's what's so cool about this. Unless you know somebody personally that's an aspiring musician, how often do you get the chance to hear singers, rappers, producers, and bands that are so unknown? For organizational purposes, I had everyone tell me what genre they fall into, and based on what I got, I've put them into these sections: pop, R&B, folk, ambient or instrumentals, electronic, alternative, hip-hop, and rock. I'll be giving some general thoughts and critiques and then naming my personal favorites at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Enjoy, and thank you so much for supporting these artists.
Oh, the moon, you are now, not your little baby.
Fidelity comes to bits and pieces. Caught me off guard, you could be.
Still trapped inside my mind, I want you up.
Lips taste like cigarette smoke.
Never felt so right. I
Make my thoughts run loose. Doesn't matter what you say. We need love. I'm adding on to you. Noises that are close to me, noises far away from me, they kinda sound the same.
think you're somebody, 'cause I loved you, and I think it's so funny.
Shut my eyes 1,000 times. So 90 I'm falling in love, falling in love. You deserve the world. You came in for a reason. You're falling like every season. I know. Now it feels like I'm all alone.
Many people in my ear saying all these things they think I wanna hear.
We take it slow. All alone, you still know the smell of my cologne.
I just want you to try. I just want you.
Know what you meant to me, girl. We got history, girl.
sound dumb, but if I found some with you,
Big cuts and I cut jeans. Girls who never noticed me.
I know your plan, trying to take me with my demons, so my secret.
take some serotonin, mellow out, feeling just like I'm running. Blood's pumping.
Again when you see me, I don't like pretending, but I can't remember whether it's within me or it's you, whatever. I don't think
I used to think too much. Look, I thought more. Something triggered a memory, and now
Do I look my age yet? I'ma need more HS and spaceships.
Hiding under rocks like all the yellow critters. Drying off the socks like this is hello.
Big city kid in a small town, used to the hustle and bustle, now it's horses and belt buckles.
Sorry, but it's not even okay though. Do you really?
Sorry, mom, these my deepest thoughts and my wildest dreams. Cause I sleep a lot, get my first check and I'll keep a lot. Down when it's me in the night, blown whenever the sun rise. Tell them how we run.
That judge thought I needed space, so I cut you off without hearing the case, but couldn't appeal without witness.
Why you did be true to yourself. You're a player who is playing themselves. May sound cheesy, but it's true, man.
It's hard to see you grow. Hard could it really be to form a new society? Use me as an excuse when you can't.
I'm not alone with my phone, breaking bones anymore.
Love it, use not fair. Hold my hand and say it with me. I ride like a sunny winter day. Can't fathom why you want.
colors, smuggle, smoke, art house.
the syrup. You see the sun, I see a ring up.
I'm all alone now, crying in my room, and as always, I'm boned.
Just like a Taurus, bright light, syndicates. Between the fall and landing of the dream before you wake up.
Woke up in the morning sun, let the light hit my face till the day was.
Now she's falling for me.
To school, I won't buy home, plain and simple.
Yeah, your true love. Come from right behind.
So, complete transparency, there were a lot less that struck my interest this time around. The average quality might have gone down a little bit from the last batch, but I am still really excited about my top picks. One thing to consider for a lot of the people that are just starting out, recording live drums can be very tricky, and you could end up with something that sounds super grating. There were a few tracks that I heard that might have had some cool ideas, but the percussion made it near unlistenable. My suggestion, electronic drums will be easier to work with, and depending on what you do with them, they can be way more fun than the real thing, too. Again, I have to remind all the young, aspiring musicians out there, there's a fine line between having influences and just sounding like a dollar store cloned version of those influences. It's cool to like these albums, but don't try to be these albums. A very general tip, and this might sound crass, but it's true, album artwork is more important than you can ever imagine. With something that was clearly put together last second and it looks like you don't care, that can 100% make somebody more skeptical about the actual quality of your music. Take the time to make something that isn't cliche, it stands out, and you have to be proud that it's gonna represent your music. I'm gonna start singling tracks out. If I don't mention you, don't get discouraged. I'm not trying to shatter any dreams, and there were plenty that I thought were fine and had potential. If your album cover is on screen now, I liked bits and pieces of it, it just wasn't enough to crack my top 10. With these two, I think you both are talented and the production value is obviously there.
Think you're somebody, 'cause I loved you.
Sorry, mom, these my deepest thoughts and my wildest dreams. Cause I sleep a lot, get my
There's an audience for what you're offering, it's just not for me. This is an example of a very talented person that needs to do a little bit more of their own thing.
Like a Taurus, bright light, syndicates.
You know the kind of stuff that I'm talking about.
hiding under rocks like all the yellow critters.
This might be the most unique thing that was submitted, it definitely feels special, but again, it's just not clicking with me. Experimental hip-hop heads, please check this out.
Woke up in the morning sun, let the light hit my face till the day was.
This is perfectly fine indie rock. I'm getting vague Julian Casablancas vibes with the lead singer's voice. You guys have something here, but I'm left waiting for some kind of wow factor.
Lips taste like cigarette smoke.
The song as a whole is a little sleepy for me, but it's smooth, it's charming, the whole aesthetic is a specific one, but I could see myself enjoying this when I'm in the right mood. You know when critics say that something knows what it is? It's a compliment that's basically saying that that piece of art kinda does one thing, but it does it really well. It's not trying to be something that it's not. It's simple, but it works. This song really knows what it is. Good work. I don't love the effects on your vocals, but there's something fascinating going on here. That backing track is magic, and it's enough to make me want to check out your other stuff. This is pretty anthemic. There are lots of ups and downs that keep you involved with the track. It might even be too much sometimes, but it's ambitious, and you can create some pleasant melodies. You could tell me that this was a huge hit on the radio, and I would believe you in a second. It's not the most original thing in the world, but it's so catchy, and everybody in the group is doing their job well.
I'm not alone with my phone, breaking bones anymore.
I could see people being a little more hit or miss with this kind of track. You've got this sort of lazy, casual inflection with your voice, and I'm both annoyed and hypnotized by it. Regardless, it got my attention, and I've been listening to it, so... Really cute, twinkly, simple little song that's a bit of an earworm. This is gonna go crazy with all the people looking for vibes. Okay, I need to make a point that with these last two, I'm giving my full, unadulterated recommendation. I absolutely love these songs, I've checked out the bands, and I will be following everything you do from here on out. I'm calling it a tie for number one, with an open invitation to the both of you to upload a full artist showcase video to Alpha Media sometime in the near future.
I just want you to try. I just want you.
This one filled me with so much joy. Instrumentally, this band is oozing with talent that is extremely clear. The track is this neo-soul, upbeat, jazzy pop fusion sort of thing, and it almost has a big band sound to it too. I feel like $1,000,000 bopping around the house to it. It's super groovy, there's instant serotonin going into my brain, it's very vibrant, and I could go on and on. Great stuff.
No, she's falling for me.
And finally, I'm obsessed with this band and song now too. During the editing process for this, I showed the submissions to a few of my musical friends, and this was far and away the favorite amongst everyone. The lead singer's voice is enchanting, there are some cool little mathy parts in the instrumental, and I can't wait to hear more. Love it. And so there we have it. Like I said, please support anyone and everyone that interested you in the slightest. That's the point of me doing this. Congrats to the people that I shouted out at the end. I'm sure somebody will be nice enough to make a full playlist featuring those songs, so thank you in advance. Let's fill this comment section up with kind words and maybe some constructive criticism too. Thank you so much. Share this around, tell your friends, and before you go, I put out that new merch recently, and as an ode to one of my favorite moments in any Christmas song,
Santa know when you good or bad, and we ballin'.
You can use the code BALLIN at checkout for 20% off between now, Friday, November 27th, through Sunday the 29th. Check it out if you'd like, and if you want to support the channel, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. You can follow me on social media at RenshawHS, you can buy that merch, you can support my Patreon, and thank you again, I'll see you soon.